Hey guys, this is another sniper coming here with another video. And as always, as you guys now see, I'm wearing this again because now that we're in November, it's starting to get more and more colder by every moment. And I have to admit, it's good wearing this outfit again. And the gloves, of course. But now, I hope you guys are doing fantastic, doing all right, and having a good day. So, there are a lot of things, well, not really, but just a few details I want to share so far that have been going successfully well. For starters, as you guys are fully aware of the plan that we are trying to achieve is equality to the innocent and against toxicity. So far, VXM is increasing. So far, we have a lot of people who look out to me. We have a lot of people who look out to me, and now, thanks to everything I have shown over the past few months, people now believe in me, believe in what I've shown, and believe in my advice, and even know of the plan of we VXM are trying to achieve. So, I'd like to congratulate and thank all you guys for all your hard work and support. And the numbers, even though this channel is not like really at maybe like I would say 1 million subscribers, even though I don't really care about being famous. You guys have really looked up to me, and after everything I have done for you guys over the past few years, and not to mention I helped you guys get new friends, of course, equality has increased a lot to the innocents. But of course, toxicity still increases by every day. Well, not anymore, because eventually toxicity will be no more. And people will be free from this viral, well, I wouldn't call it a disease or an infection because it's not really a sickness or anything. It just, I would say, it depends how it is that affects in the brain, in the mind, and how it makes people feel. But yeah, but now that aside, there is a few things I want to share so far. Okay, hold on, give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. As I was saying before, as you guys know, every online game I have streamed, I have been doing pretty well. But as you guys know, I don't think some of you guys would remember this story, or maybe you guys have, or I don't know. So, from the very beginning, before I became a streamer, I had one simple plan. And that plan was to have a 4-player team to basically play with me and everything. But that was when I was just maybe 13 or no, not 13. I mean, we're in 2025, so I would say that was mostly 7 years ago when I was still a teenager. But now that I'm an adult, well, I don't know. But that plan failed, and of course, I've been playing solo, not all the times, sometimes with 2 players, which is me and my partner, and of course, one of the girls, which is 3 players. But what I'm basically talking about is, well, actually, no. As a matter of fact, we had a full, well, not a full team, but 4 or more players in breakers, of course, because fortunately, I guess that dream did come successfully true. But other games that I played in the past before breakers, but before it was released, that never came true. Because, okay, how can I say this? I had a feeling and I knew I made the right choice. So, ever since from the beginning, I always told myself, and nobody told me this, like, not, no toxic players told me this, but technically, if I'm going to be 100% honest, except for one game, of course, every game except breakers, I suck as survivors. I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys see me play the main stories as good guys, and trust me, I'm skilled, of course. But to some online games where you have to play as 4 players, like, okay, take Dead by Daylight for example. You play as four, so one, oh my god, 1 player as the killer, and 4 other players, which is a team of 4 players as survivors. And believe me, I tried my best to play as survivors in that game, and trust me, it kind of looks weird when I do with the glove. Trust me, that went bad. And when I tried doing it on resistance as survivor, yeah, because to me, I don't know how to basically explain this, but okay, how can I say this? As you guys know, I like playing and I prefer playing as the bad guys, the villain. Don't get me wrong. Like, think of it as role playing villain, not a real villain. Well, you guys have seen me how I act as a villain in my past videos. And you guys get what I'm trying to say. But when it comes to being the good guys, I mean, don't get me wrong. When my advice and everything has been good and almost heroic and everything else, but playing as the character, as the hero, yeah, well, online, not in the story, online, it's kind of hard for me. That would that's how I would mostly explain it, but it's kind of hard to describe it or even tell it because, yeah. So that's why I decided to play only as killer because you guys have seen me. I'm more skilled and more highly skilled at playing as killer. Because believe me, part of me thinks I suck at survivors. But now, something has caught my attention. So, as you guys know, over the past few weeks and months, I have made friends on Dead by Daylight. And of course, you guys have met them. But I'm pretty sure Izumi will agree with me on this one. Because she has not seen me play with them. Because even though I made friends with them, I'm pretty sure you guys have asked me, why haven't I played with my Twitch friends? Well, that's a simple question. Some of them have already answered your questions. Some of them don't like horror. Some of them don't like to be scared or something like that. And some of the games they play are not on PlayStation. They are on PC or Xbox. However, unlike some of the online games I play, as you guys know, some of the online games I play, like Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, what else? Breakers. Those 3 games, because the only reason why Izumi and some of the girls can play with me because it's crossplay. So obviously, yeah, because there are some games that are crossplay, and that's how I was able to play with the girls, of course, not only my partner, because we wanted the girls to be happy and have a chance to play with us. But since they did not have any like PlayStation accounts, we had to find out some other way to play with them in other online games. So, fortunately, the only three games that for now they can play with me is Breakers, what else? Fortnite and Dead by Daylight. But I don't know about Dead by Daylight, but Fortnite and Breakers, I would say yes. But now, as I said before, something caught my attention. So, as you guys are fully aware of, like I said, I haven't had a chance to ask some of the Dead by Daylight players on Twitch who I made friends with. I never really asked them if I can join them because, like I said, part of me believes I suck at Survivor, except in Breakers because obviously, I, because ever since season one, believe me, I thought, oh man, why do I have to play a Survivor? Can I just play Raider every day? Because that's how I was back in season one in Breakers. However, after day, months by months, I mean, sure, I don't fight the Raider unless we have professional players. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're noobs. They just need some time to get the hang of the game. But you guys, my friends, have seen me how I play as Raider and Survivor, and we win sometimes or we escape. But in the end, we have fun. But yeah. So here's my attention that, well, here's what caught my attention. So, looks like, and maybe I should have told you guys in one of my streams, but apparently, one of my Twitch friends who I did not meet in Dead by Daylight has bought Dead by Daylight and they're trying it now. They bought it and tried, oh my god, they are trying it now for the very first time. So, in other words, they're new to Dead by Daylight. And so far, after what I've been hearing from the boys, they're starting to have fun with it. But here's the thing, and this what got my attention. And if my partner is watching this, but he can't do this alone. As you guys know, back on Breakers, when there was a little bug problem, because back then, back in, I would say, season 2 or season 3, we used to play in a full team, but back then, we couldn't because there was a bug problem. And let's just say there was a lot of arguments and people were not happy that we could not play in a team. So instead, we decided to play in practice mode. So, in other words, me, my partner, we can play as. Okay, so this is going to sound real confusing. It's called custom game, which basically one player versus 4. So, in other words, me as the killer versus my partner and 3 other players who play as survivor. That's what I'm thinking for an upgrade to the channel. But of course, like I said, I don't know. It could be risky. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care if I win or lose and we can take turns playing as killer and survivor. We take turns, just like how we did in Breakers. But, like I said, that's not only up to me, but it's also up to some of my friends who are playing Dead by Daylight right now. Because first, I gotta ask them, and yeah. So maybe we can make a few more new upgrades to the channel, but then again, it could be risky because I don't know. However, there is another thing I want to talk about, and I think I'll talk about it, or no, maybe I should say it right now. As you guys know, it's been exactly 3 months since 2 versus 8. The event has been gone for 3 months. And there's no rumors or reasons, but I've been keeping track how they bring it back. So the last time they brought it back was in, I would say, no, not September. I think it was in July or no, wait, June. No, no, August. There we go, August. They brought it back August, and then it ended by August 30th, I think. And it's been, let's see, September. If I had a calculator on me, yeah, August, September, October. My God. Yeah, if I had a calculator, yeah, I'm kind of confused right now with all this talking, but you guys get the point. 3 months. So my guess, after 2 versus 8 is finished, they will bring it back maybe in, I would say, 3 or 4 months, depending how the event goes. Because this event was haunted by daylight for Halloween, but now that Halloween is over, something tells me maybe 2 versus 8 might return this month of November. I could be wrong. So, yeah. And I don't know if there's going to be a custom game about it, like 2 versus 8 practice, or I don't know. But still, if there is, maybe we could get more than 1 versus 4. Instead, we can have 2 versus 8. But that's going to be a lot of players. 2 players versus 8, that's a total of 10 players in total. And I don't even know if we can get that many players. Well, maybe. It all depends. But for now, all I can say, maybe for now, 1 versus 4, we can try. But when 2 versus 8 comes back, I don't know about that. But for now, let's just focus on 1 versus 4 practice. Not the real game, practice. Just the same way how we did in Breakers. But that's not only up to me, but it's up to you guys as well. You can say yes or you can say no. That's up to you guys. And I'm pretty sure my partner is telling me yes right now. I don't know about the girls though. I'm pretty sure no, because, well, that's not on me. It's up to them. But anyways, with that said, I hope you guys maybe or maybe not will agree with me on this, but you guys get the point what I'm trying to say. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.